Hey, GutFox here. This video is about the top 10 Madden button improvements I want to see in Madden 16. Today's video is sponsored by walls that jump out of nowhere. This might be a little late in the year as it looks like Madden 16 is going to launch August 25th, which is only a little over 4 months from now. But here are the 10 most important things I'd like to see fixed from Madden 15. Number 10. This one is 10 because I want to talk about it up front. Yes, I know I'm destroying the integrity of the list system, but sacrifices need to be made like the poor souls sacrificed on the top of temples to make sure the Aztec Empire stays strong. But on to my point. I understand there'll be glitches every year in bid software such as Madden, but the following needs to be fixed. Fumble replay glitch, pause glitch, warp tackles, low throw curls, face catching, confused guards on nanos, and flipping plays to make your team line up faster. Number 9. The leaderboards in MUT should be based on the ELO rating system. Everyone should have a number for their ELO score, and after every game, the winning player takes points from the losing one. I believe that Madden might already have something like this in their code for 8 head-to-head games. I'd like to just see it visibly for the leaders instead of coins earned. Then you can truly compare your skills against the top players and how they rank. Number 8 improvement, more options to change your offensive play call. Is it possible to get more hot routes? How about offensive line hot routes? I don't know how much this will be used, but show which offensive lineman has which defender like man coverage does on defense. I really think the zone blocking is good in this game, so they clearly have the skills for offensive line AI. Just a little tweaking to help with pulling guards and unblocked DTs, and we will have a much better game. Is it weird that zone works real well on both sides of the ball, but man-to-man is a little lacking? Number 7, being able to buy single cards, coins with Microsoft points, like card collector shops do. Too much time was wasted liquidating cards into coins. If you're after one player, it takes you weeks to fully liquidate a bundle into coins. Number 6, better man and zone coverage. The AI should learn which routes the players runs, and if it's run twice or 3 times in a row, they should be in better position to jump it. Like in zone, if they are constantly going to out routes, your zone should be able to jump that. On the topic of zone versus man, most people run zone this year because it's better than man, and because bunch sets counter zone, they'll be the most used. That's what we call the meta game. That's why most of all the best sets and plays are out of bunch sets because those sets overload zones. So if you fix man to be better balanced, it's possible you could fix the best plays this year like PA end around. Number 5 improvement, have the ability to match up certain defensive player against certain other players. Like certain corner against the tight end or against the tallest wide receiver. I don't know why it was taken out as a feature. Also, could we have the ability to set your kickoff return offensive and defensive personnel outside of a game? That way you won't have to do it at the start of each game. Number 4, and pretty highly demanded, 3-for-1 trades like connected franchise mode. And on the trade block, make the trade restrictions mean something. Don't allow something to be offered outside of the trade settings. And reduce the minimum amount of time a card needs to be posted for. Number 3 is stats. Have a database of all stats earned by all players that have played on your team. And all stats should have filters. One head-to-head filter with the total stats accumulated by a player, and the second one on a per-game basis. And there should be a filter for solo stats too. There should be team stats like total yards allowed, gained, and so on. Basically, as many stats as Madden can record, Madden should keep a record of. Number 2, I'd like to see better head-to-head connection. I could play 64-man battlefield maps without lag, but 2-man head-to-head games will have extreme lag. Head-to-head search settings should take into account internet connections, like nothing above 100 ping or something of the sort. If someone has a bad internet connection, don't let them play. It ruins the experience for both players. Number 1 improvement that I'd like to see is the market. Make it a true bid-ask system like the stock market. Have an option to put out in the market, I will buy player X for Y amount. Then people can instantly sell to you. EVE Online has a good market this way. On the player card, have 2 new options. Sell the highest bid and go to market. The go to market would be similar to how you can select a card in an empty set and it brings up all those cards in the auction house. And with the buy-ask system, if EA wants to stick it to coin sellers a little, they can make it so the lowest seller's card has to be purchased before the next highest and so on. This will eliminate the eBay-style bidding system and unfortunately snipes. Sorry guys, but I feel it would be a better marketplace to quickly clear a binder onto, and a liquid quick market is best for everyone. And after this last play here, he quits. And here's an example of what I was talking about with the buyer and seller market. The buyer here on the left has the price $29.91 that they would buy the card at, for example, and the volume's the number of cards that they would buy for that price. And the sellers is what they would sell the card for, in this case $29.92, but that could be any price, and the number of cards they have to sell at that price. So that could be multiple people into that lowest price volume. So basically it would be a very liquid market going back and forth because there would most likely always be a buyer and always a seller, and the way you'd make a profit is the difference between those two. Well, that's it for me today. Thanks for listening, guy. Call to action.